Hi everyone, I'm Victoria Amanyanato and I'm in Group 3. And today we are presenting on a database system for Youth for Change. Youth for Change is an initiative which began with our very own group member, Inare Skinner, who had a dream to help people in need. Today, Youth for Change is a strong organization working in 5 different countries, being Ghana, Niger, Nigeria, Cameroon, and Sierra Leone. They focus on important projects like teaching menstrual hygiene, planting trees for a better future, visiting orphanages, supporting the elderly, and helping disabled people. The organization runs with the help of over 1,000 volunteers and 300 executive members, and their work is supported through fundraising, donation, and partnership. But even with these amazing activities, Youth for Change is facing challenges. They do not yet have a proper database system. They are still using a file-based system which makes their operations harder to manage as they grow. They sought expertise in developing a database system, and this is where we come in as database designers.
Our major stakeholders are beneficiaries, donors, staff, and volunteers. We created 10 enterprise rules to aid in normalizing our ER diagram. Our enterprise rules are: each donation must be made by one and only one donor. Each project or program must involve at least one volunteer. Each project must benefit at least one beneficiary. And also, each country office must have at least one staff managing operations. Every volunteer must be uniquely identified and linked to a country, potentially to a specific project. Every project must have at least one progress report written by a staff or volunteer coordinator. All donations must be tracked. Aid distribution must record who received what, when, and under which project. Partner organizations can support multiple projects, and a project can have more than one partner. And lastly, the organization must track events across multiple countries. These rules help Youth for Change stay organized, accountable, and effective across all our countries.
Hi, alright, so next we talk about our ER diagram. We have our beneficiary table, we have our donor, we have donation, we have the delivery, which is a weak entity, we have our membership table, we have our staff table, country, project, partner organization, distribution, volunteer, and the delivery. So our ER diagram, we have most of them have our one-to-many relationships, and the ones which has like many-to-many relationship, we made sure we brought a weak entity in to fill this space. For example, the relationship between beneficiary and distribution was many-to-many, so we brought in a weak entity called delivery, which breaks that many-to-many relationship. So the relationship between beneficiary and delivery is a one-to-many, and from the distribution to delivery is many-to-one, and that helped us break the many-to-many relationship. And we had 2 major weak entities in our distribution, as you can see, and their various relationships as 1:1, 1:many, many:1, and there was no case for many:many. And another weak entity we have was a project partner organization. The relationship between project and partner organization is a many-to-many. So we tried to break this relationship by introducing a weak entity called project partner organization, which takes the primary key of the project ID, the primary key of the partner ID, and then is able to link these 2 tables and break the many-to-many relationships. So that is that about our ER diagram, and my colleague will take you through the next thing we did. Thank you very much. And we made sure we handle all the weak entities by having a double line in them, as you can see, a tick line, and then also a partial and full participation. The weak entities had a full participation, while the strong entities had a full participation, and the weak participation were indicated by the double line, as you can see, the double line for the weak entities, and the partial participation by a single line. Thank you.
So I'll be explaining the normalization process that we applied to our project. And so first, we noticed that in the original design, there were redundancies such as the donor information containing donation details like the type, the amount, and the date received. So when we normalized it, we separated these into a new donation table, linking donations back to donors through foreign keys. And this helped us to focus on the concept which follows the first normal form. Then next, we addressed the many-to-many relationships. For example, we had projects and partner organizations, which originally had a complex connection. And so to solve this, we created a table called the project partnership, which properly links the projects and partners with clean, simple keys. This step moved us into the second normal form, which helps to eliminate the partial dependencies. Then we also added clarity to entities like staff and volunteer by linking them through consistent foreign keys. Attributes like the contact information were streamlined to avoid duplication across multiple tables. Furthermore, we structured the country information separately and linked it to the members and volunteers entities through a country ID, and this helped to maintain geographic data integrity without repeating country names everywhere. And so finally, we had the delivery and distribution, which were defined to track how beneficiaries receive the donations, improving traceability in the system. And by doing this, we ensured that the schema reached the third normal form, where every field depends only on the primary key and nothing else. So overall, the normalization made the database more efficient for the database designers, and it also helps it to be easier to maintain and supports better reporting and scalability for the organization's future needs.
Hello everyone, my name is Zainab and I will take you through our SQL post. First of all, we created the database and we created the table, then we populated those tables with some data. Then we write our functionalities. Our first functionality is donor retention analysis, which identify repeat donor and the total contribution to prioritize engagement. Our second one is cost country aid distribution, which shows how monetary and food donation are distributed across different countries. Our third one is project collaboration efficiency, which measure active NGO charity partnership per project to assess collaboration strength. Our fourth one is beneficiary support intensity, which shows beneficiaries receiving multiple forms of assistance and the type of aid provided. Our fifth one is financial resource allocation, which summarizes funding per project with balances and recent reporting activity. Our sixth one is volunteer impact by role, which quantifies hours contributed by volunteer roles in charity education project. Our seventh one is a holistic project impact dashboard, which aggregates volunteer hour assistance and partnership for key projects. Our eighth one is volunteer management, which lists all volunteer activities with project and country detail for coordination. Our ninth one is volunteer contribution ranking, which rank the volunteers by total hour worked across project and countries. Our 10th one is partner impact on project funding, which evaluate partner organization financial contribution to active project by country.
So lastly, this is our user interface. We are currently working on it, and I guess before the next deadline we'll be done with the user's interface. So this is the user interface we are working on, and in the long run you'll be able to run all our 10 functionalities. So we have like the country, the project, donations, and all the other tables. But in the long run, everything will be set. So this is where we are so far. Thank you very much for watching.